And we're live. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. It's 10 o'clock and we want to be like the Germans and start in time. Thanks for joining me today for this webinar about online business and marketing. First of all, I want to thank Malin and Bea for this amazing opportunity. And also, if you have any questions, below this video, there's an area where you can... Hey everyone, thanks for joining. It's 10 o'clock and we want to be like... Oops. German. Just one second. Time. Okay, let me stop this. Okay. Some things just happen, don't they? Okay, so below this video, there's an area where you can log in with Facebook or Twitter and ask questions. Another thing that I want to tell you is because we are doing this on Google+, you might experience a slight delay anywhere between 10 seconds and 1 minute, but this shouldn't affect the quality of our conversation, okay? And because this is a recorded webinar, we're not gonna wait for anyone else to join, so we're gonna start and they can watch it later, okay? So this is me, Mihai Herman, and I'm nice to meet you all. And I'm gonna screen share the presentation with you, okay? Let's start. You should see the presentation now. Okay, let's make this full screen. Okay, so today we're going to talk about online business. First of all, a little bit about myself. My name is Mihai Herman. Most people pronounce, I mean, if they're from US, they pronounce my name like Mihai, and that's not entirely correct. So it's Mihai. I blog over at mail-extravaganza.com. You can see the link. And I have about 5 years experience online. I started in 2010 with my girlfriend Rosvita. Some of you know her from the community, from the health coaching community. And over the years, I've owned 7 online businesses. And right now, together with Rosvita, we own 3 blogs that generate over 100,000 page views per month. And also last year, I graduated power engineering. I know it's not relevant, but I just like to brag about it. So today we're going to talk about how do you promote your brand online, a few different ways to make money, but we're not going to talk about all the ways in which you can make money online. We're just going to talk about how you can generate money from your website and, of course, your coaching business, and some blocks that might stop you from getting started. Okay, so the first part is getting traffic and exposure. First thing is content marketing. I'm going to tell you what content marketing is, the different types of content marketing techniques, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Content Marketing Institute defines content marketing as a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing value, relevant and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience, and ultimately to drive profitable customer action. Or in short, is a marketing approach that focuses first on providing value, which leads to your expert status, which eventually leads to an increase in trust and sales. Yay, I see the comments, it's working. Good. Unfortunately, there's only 10 spots available for the chat. I've upgraded it a few minutes ago, but I don't think it works yet. Hopefully for our next webinar, we have more than 10 spots available. So you first need to create value for the people, which gives you the expert status, and then you will have an increase in sales. The types of content that you can produce are, of course, articles. There are different types of articles. Top list articles, how-to, essays, and many more. You can also create infographics, which are very visual, and people tend to share them more. So you can create backlinks for SEO, but we'll talk about it later. You can create ebooks, free or paid, videos, podcasts that are very popular lately. And you can also interview people for articles, videos, and podcasts. And you can also create guides. But guides are kind of like the ebooks, but an ebook is something downloadable, but the guides are actually on your website, and people can access them and can also bring you high quality traffic from Google, for example. I have a cool tip for you. And not all content has to be published on your website. This means that, especially when you're first starting out, you should consider guest posting, because it's no use in publishing all the great content on your website if you have no audience to read it. So you'd better publish it on established blogs and websites and bring traffic to your own, and hopefully collect some email subscribers. Okay. The second one is SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. We're going to talk about on-page SEO and off-page SEO. And if I'm talking too fast, please let me know in the comments below. Okay. What exactly is search engine optimization? Wikipedia describes it as a methodology of strategies, techniques, and tactics used to increase the amount of visitors to a website by obtaining a high-ranking placement in the search results page of a search engine, including Google, Bing, Yahoo, and other search engines. But Google is the big player, okay? And in short, SEO is a strategy of obtaining higher rankings in search engines for a specific list of keywords using natural and organic techniques. And I have a cool graphic here. Let me know if you like it, so I know to create this more in the future. So on-page SEO plus off-page SEO gives you higher rankings, and those higher rankings will give you more traffic, and that will increase your trust, and eventually you will get more sales. On-page SEO is how you optimize a web page or an article for a specific set of keywords. On-page SEO and SEO in general starts with a nice keyword research. I'm not going to go into details because we're going to talk about this at a later webinar. But you can use Google Keyword Tool and aim for keywords that are, let's say, under 500 searches per month and with a low competition. Okay, factors of influence for on-page SEO is article length. It has been researched and over 100,000 keywords, and they found out that the first 10 results in Google have over 2,000 words. I mean, the web pages or articles are over 2,000 words. So this plays a very important role. The bounce rate is very important as well. And bounce rate is when a visitor quickly leaves your website, and it's used by search engines to determine a web page's quality. The social presence is a later introduced factor. And the more shares you have, the better, because it tells the search engines that people love that particular content. How often do you use the keyword in a web page is very important as well. But if you use it too much, you can spam. You can spam, and then you will be banned. So I'd say use the keyword once every 400 words. That should be okay. And try to use different keywords. Try to use similar keywords to your most to your focus keyword. Also, where exactly do you use the keyword in an article? It's very important to use it in your title, in the URL, the alt text of your images, and in the first 100 words of the article. Then you can also use it in, make it bold within the article, use it in headings, especially heading 1 and 2. But those are the critical ones, okay? And we have off-page SEO, which is the sum of websites that link to a specific page on your website that you want to improve. How exactly do you get backlinks? Well, it's pretty hard nowadays, because back when I first started out in 2010, it was easy. You could just go to Fiverr.com, and for $5 you could get 10,000 backlinks. But those were just low quality backlinks. They've worked then, but it's not working anymore, and it could get banned for good by Google. So the first and most important step is to create content that others would want to link to. Then you can get, through guest posting, you create links, you create trust, and you also create a relationship with those other bloggers. So it's a three-way win. You can also do press releases, but make sure you have a very interesting news or a different perspective on something. Otherwise, they are not working anymore. And there are also other more advanced techniques to get links from Wikipedia or other big websites, but I'm not going to go into those right now. But I promise I will cover them in another webinar. A pro tip is that relevancy and domain authority are much more important than the number of backlinks that you have. So it's easier and it's better to get 3-5 high quality backlinks than to get 1,000 low quality. So that makes it easier in some way. Social media. I know some of you love social media, and it can be very time consuming as well. We're going to talk about the types of social networks, and I'm going to give you some tips on using each social network, or at least the most important social networks. First, of course, is Facebook. It's the biggest one, and you need to have a Facebook business page. It might sound common sense for most of you, but I'm still seeing people that are creating profile pages instead of business pages. And the downside is that you don't look professional and you cannot create ads for your profile page. And it's easier for people to give you a like than to ask you to be their business friend. Like with any social network, it's very important to test how often do you post. For some industries, once per day is more than enough. For other industries, once per week gets them the best results. And I've worked in the fashion industry, and I saw that even 10 or 15 times per day got them amazing results. So you really have to test and see how your audience is responding. And also a good way is to test and study your competition. Don't limit yourself to just pictures. You can also share videos, text, articles, or parts of your articles with links to the whole article. And use a scheduling tool. A scheduling tool like Buffer or Hootsuite or Edgar. It makes it easier, and you can set aside 1 or 2 hours every week and schedule everything for the next week. Twitter, from my experience, is best for building relationships, because on Twitter, if you tag someone, like big brands or bloggers, influencers, coaches, they actually reply, respond, and if you offer them value, you might even get a retweet. So try to make Twitter one of your priorities. If you want to build relationships, those relationships can get you to guest post or be introduced to other bloggers, and new opportunities may arise. On Twitter, use only up to 3 hashtags, because otherwise the research shows that your reach will decline. And a cool application that you can use to manage Twitter and structure it into, you have like a big dashboard where you can structure all your mentions, and you can see everything in one dashboard. So it's pretty easy to use, and it's free, and it's tweetdeck.twitter.com. If you have questions, please ask them in the comments below, okay? Pinterest is fun, is very visual, probably the most visual one, and it's mostly used by women. The industries that are thriving on Pinterest are food, fashion, and architecture. But I've seen people having great results with even marketing, business, or leadership. So you have to test. A pro tip: 30% of all the content that you publish on any social media should be your content, which this means like pictures created by you, videos, your articles, your resources. 60% should be other people's content. Again, articles, videos, pictures, and only 10% should be commercial content. Commercial content means links to your premium services, products, or whatever you sell. Instagram is best to create a lifestyle around your brand, which is actually recommended with every social network, but it might be easier to create this with Instagram. It's harder to get traffic because you cannot insert clickable links within your posts. You only have one link that is clickable on Instagram, and that is the link in your bio. So a cool tip is to post something, have an offer in the bio section, and ask people with every share to visit your bio section in order to get that free offer. It's great for branding, and the most hashtags you use, the great results you will get. It's easier to grow on Instagram. I don't know why, but it's really easier. Periscope. I'm not sure if all of you have heard of it, but it got really big in the last few months since Twitter acquired it. It's a live broadcasting social network, and you just go online and broadcast anything that you want. Hopefully a lesson, since you're health coaches. You can have like 5-minute lesson every day. The videos are only accessible for 24 hours, which is fortunate or unfortunate. It depends on how you want to say it. But you can you can save the videos before they get deleted. And it's a great way to connect with fans and clients. It's a great way to show them who's behind the brand. And this way you will build a stronger connection with them. LinkedIn. The first and probably most important tip with LinkedIn is to complete your profile. A lot of people, and it's when you want to get hired, a lot of people search for you on LinkedIn. But also, if you want to publish on bigger publications like Forbes or Entrepreneur.com, Business Insider, they require you to, when you sign up, they require you to have your LinkedIn profile completed, because it's professional. You can also publish articles on LinkedIn. A lot of people are seeing great results, and you don't have to publish unique content. You can publish the article that you published on your blog or a guest post. And it's great if you join groups, but don't spam. Be genuine. Like people, give advice, and it's the same as the tip I shared above. 10% should be commercial content, and about 30% should be your content, and 60% interact and help other people out. This way you will build genuine relationships, and people will want to help you out, will want to visit your website or share your product and stuff like that. There are other social networks that I'm not going to cover today, like Vine, Snapchat, Reddit, or Google+. You can have great results with any social network that you focus on for a long time. So it really doesn't matter. A cool tip for the end of this section is to pick up to 2 social networks and focus on them for 6 months. Don't try to be on every social network, because you I'm sure you will get overwhelmed after about 2 or 3 weeks. So pick 2, focus on them for 6 months, and see what results you can get. If you get results, focus on them even more, or you can then switch or change your strategy, adapt. Just be flexible. The third section is advertising. First is Facebook ads. They're very popular lately. They're cheap. And they're cheap only if you use them right, actually. Because if you don't target, like any ads, if you don't target the right people, you might experience a higher CPC, a cost per click. I recommend using Facebook ads for free offers like webinars, ebooks, or guides, and only then add the people to a system and try to upsell your premium products after you first deliver them value. You will get a much higher cost per click if you try to directly sell them something, because there's no connection there between you and them. Google Ads. Google Ads has display and search ads. The display ads are those ads you see in the sidebar or in top areas of websites, those banner ads. And the search ads are the ads that you see when you search for something on Google, like those little ads above the search results, or in the right hand area of the results. You should always test and see which works better for your product, display or search ads. And pay attention to your keywords. First, define your goal. Is your goal to sell something, or is your goal to inform and connect, offer value to people to build your expert status? if you're trying to if you're trying to sell something, ask yourself if someone is looking, if your keyword, if someone that is searching for your keyword is actually looking to buy your product or that specific product, or is just looking for more information. If he's just looking for more information, lose that keyword. There are also more advanced techniques to target negative keywords and stuff like that, but we're going to talk about it in another webinar. And pay attention to the relevancy score, which means how relevant is your landing page to the ad that you've created and to the keywords that you're targeting. Make sure that you have your most important keyword in the title of your page. And we also have Blogger ads. Blogger ads that are structured into banner ads and sponsored content. For banner ads, you can talk directly with bloggers, or you can search through specialized websites like buysell-ads.com. And for sponsored content, again, you pitch the blogger your idea and agree on a price. Only work with bloggers that share your values for best results. And another cool tip is to always test anything: your images, your title, your copy, and call to action. Because you might find one image like the best image, but your audience might fall for another one. So don't fool yourself. Test everything. And with that, we're done with the first part. If you have any questions until here, you can ask them right now before we move on. I'm gonna drink some water meanwhile. Okay, we're moving on. You can also ask questions at the end. The second part is about generating revenue. You might have heard this before, but money is in your list. In your list, as in email subscribers list. So how it actually works is, first you have to publish great content. Then you offer a bribe. A bribe means an ebook, a free ebook, guide, a checklist, a toolkit, or an email course that you know your target audience would love. You collect emails. After you collect their email, you start to create a relationship with them. You offer them more value. You introduce them to your business, to your values, beliefs. Send them your most popular articles, and this is how you actually build trust. That trust will help you generate sales to your premium services or products. And now we're going to talk about shortly about each individual way in which you can generate revenue online. First of all is one-on-one coaching. Since you are all health coaches and some of my dear friends, of course, probably the main way in which you would like to make money is through one-on-one coaching. And it's a great way of doing this, especially because you build a lot of experience through this. But later on, I'm going to also teach you how you can set up systems to automate the process. The second part is group coaching, which is kind of the same as one-on-one coaching, but with a group of people or you have to charge less, but you're kind of creating a mastermind group that could also help you even more. Third one is books. Everyone is dreaming about publishing a book. I mean, everyone in the health coaching industry, I'm sure. But it can lift your brand up and your expert status, of course. And it's really not as complicated as some of you might think anymore. There are a lot of courses online that you can take part in which you can learn everything from writing and structuring your book to how to get it published and market it to the right people. So you just have to find the right course or people for you. Fourth one is ebooks. Ebooks are kind of like books, but are shorter and are more focused on one specific niche. With ebooks, you don't need a publishing agency to get started. And I'm also going to show you how to create great looking ebooks for free in a matter of hours. I'm talking design wise, but I'm also going to teach you how to market them and even how to find the right topic to talk about. Courses are my favorite ones, and it amazes me how much value you can deliver through them. The best part is, like with books and ebooks, you just build it once and you market and sell it how many times you want and can. You just need to tweak it or upgrade it once in a while, add new information, bonuses, redo some parts, chapters of your course, and that's it. It can be only videos, only written content, audio, or what I recommend, a combination of these three. Sponsorships. Sponsorships are actually when you write content about different brands that you want to work with. And we've made a lot of money by doing this, and I encourage you to at least give it a try and see if it resonates with you. But only work with the companies that share the same values as you do. This is very important, and is one of the big mistakes we've made when we first started out. We just promoted everyone. We were young and wanted to make some money, but it's not the right thing to do for long-term results. And if you do this, you cannot charge that much. So if you get the idea. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, you can promote products from Amazon or other different and similar websites, or review courses created by other bloggers or coaches. For products, you usually get between 4% and up to 12-15%. It's not that much, but if you do it right, you can. I've seen bloggers make even $10,000 or more dollars per month. But of course, with courses, you can get up to 50 or even 60% share. And you can also produce content for others. If you get to that point where you're an expert, other people and brands will start to pay you to create content for their blogs or create ebooks for them, guides, and help them out. So just work on getting those first few articles published and get some traction. A pro tip here is to diversify. It's okay to focus on one source, but don't totally neglect the others, because it's wise to have money coming in from different sources. And with that, we've wrapped up the second part. And now with the blocks that might stop you from getting started. And through this, I'm going to answer some questions that were asked in the health coaching community group. First one is, I can't decide on a name for my business. You have to really see if your first last name.com is best or brandname.com is best. For first last name.com, ask yourself, is it easy to spell, or people might mistake it for something else? Because this way you might lose traffic instead of getting more traffic. And you might have to invest in similar domain names and redirect them, and it's just a mess. And also ask yourself and check if it's available or not. Otherwise, you're just losing time wondering if what's the right brand for you. And with brandname.com, anything can become a brand. Don't stress over it. You won't like it after 6 months anyways. And I have some examples here. And let me know if these brands sound like actual brands for you. Is I Will Teach You to Be Rich.com by Ramit Sethi. He makes millions of dollars every year. SmartPassiveIncome.com by Pat Flynn. This is a big brand, and he makes over $150 per month. And BoostBlogTraffic.com by John Morrow, who also makes more than $100,000 per month. So your brand name really doesn't matter. It's just how you market it afterwards. The second question is, I don't have the money to invest. Which is not a question, it's a block. Excuse me. Of course, it's true that it may happen faster if you have a lot of money to invest, but it's not necessary for success. Just start, produce great content, collaborate with others, offer them value, build relationships, publish on other blogs, and you will soon be an expert, and then money will follow, and you can start investing that profit to grow faster. So money shouldn't be a problem, because in the first stages of your business, you have to offer value, and money doesn't do much there. The third one is, I don't know how to build a website. What you can do is hire someone or try to do a barter with someone. If you don't have the money to hire someone, you can use WordPress and invest in a good template that has a drag and drop editor. Anyone can do this, honestly. Just allow yourself 1-3 days to watch WordPress tutorials on YouTube, and then another 1-3 days to understand how your template actually works. Each template comes with nice documentation, and they most have great support, like within 48 hours support, and they help you with almost anything. They cannot code it for you, but they guide you. Okay? After you get a taste of how your template works, then you can build it and let your creative juices flow, and allow yourself about 2-3 weeks to have it ready. You can do this. It should be ready in that amount of time if you just focus on this. In another webinar, I'm gonna teach you what to look for in a template, where to find the best templates, and more on that. The fourth one is, I cannot write. And trust me, I couldn't write either. I sabotaged myself all these years and only wrote very few articles because I thought I was not good at it. Because I've had my teachers or people that told me I could never write. And I'm sure some of you might be familiar with this. But writing is a skill. You just start doing it and you'll get better with time. I've decided to start writing about self-development and success only about 3 months ago. And by now I've written more than 20,000 words and got published on probably the biggest blog on personal development, pickthebrain.com. So it's possible, and I'm not even writing in my own language. So if I can do it, you can do it as well. Just start producing content. It doesn't matter if it's 200 words, if it's just for your friends, just start doing it. Start somewhere. Allow yourself time to make it perfect. And remember that research is everything. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Use the same ideas that others use, but just put a different spin on them. And 5, I don't know what freebies to offer. The best thing you can do here is to study your competition. To study those health coaches or bloggers or whoever you're studying in your niche that are successful, and see what freebies they offer, because those freebies work. Okay? And anytime you don't know something, just go there and study your competition. See what they're doing, copy it, just the idea, not the content, and make it better. It works like a charm every time. Oh, I covered the pro tip already. And that's it for today. What's next? Well, the community. You can ask me anything within the Slack community. Just go to the business coach channel, write your question, and I usually respond within 24 hours. The community, the healthcoachescommunity.com, is a great way for you to connect with other health coaches, build relationships, see what they're struggling with, and grow together. And more opportunities will be available soon. Webinars, for example, is one of them. We're going to have one webinar every month, probably the same at the beginning of each month. And some more surprises coming up soon. And also, I want to present you the one-on-one coaching with me. It's for 3 or 6 months. And I also offer just consultations, 60-minute consultations, where you can ask me anything, and I will do my best to respond. We're going to have weekly meetings of 60 minutes. You're going to have an accountability partner, unlimited email access, and access to all my resources and years of experience. If you want to sign up, you can just email me at mihai@mail-extravaganza.com. And you will also, you don't have to remember this, I will email you all the details after the webinar closes. Oh, that's it. I want to thank you all for joining. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to respond. And I would really appreciate it if you could write me an email and or reply to the email that I will send you in a few minutes, and let me know any feedback that you have for me. I'm trying to improve. This is the career path that I wanna pursue, and I want to grow as much as possible. So I'm very open to recommendations, to feedback. So thank you. I don't see any questions yet. But if you have any other questions, you can find me in the community, or you can just email me anytime, and I will do my best to respond in 24 or up to 48 hours. Okay, this is it for today. I hope you learned something, and I hope you're living with at least one big idea that will help you create your business. Thank you. Bye.